Hello, it's a beautiful Monday morning, October the 23rd, 2023. Wherever you may be watching us from, this is the Football House update coming to you live on the Gambia Football Federation Facebook page, and I am your host, Amadou Oba. This is a weekly, bi-weekly program or event that is brought to you from the Football House here in Kanifing, and of course, bringing you happenings or issues around the Football House or football activities in and out. With the football administrators, stakeholders, as well as, of course, the public. My name is Ahmad Oba, and my guest this morning is the Director of Competitions, Mr. Babukar Job, commonly called Asule. Of course, over the weekend, the Gambia Football Federation, through its competition department and the Chairman of Competitions and Second Vice President, Mr. Ibu Fai, facilitated the annual clubs management meeting, the CMM, at the late Osman Saho, or the National Technical Training Center, that is the FIFA Goal Project, which was headed or facilitated by the competitions department. The director himself was there, and of course, it was also has seen the presence of the second vice president and the chairman of competitions, Mr. Ibu Fai, who was the lead, presenter of that occasion, where 16 teams from First Division Male League and 18 teams from the Second Division Male League, as well as the 10 and 12 teams from the Female Division 1 and 2 respectively, attended that occasion. We are here to digest and delve into details of that particular CMM that happened on Saturday, fateful day. Mr. Director, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Amadou, and welcome to viewers. It's a pleasure to be here.
Usually, it's tradition that before the start of every league season, you meet with the respective stakeholders or clubs. Briefly tell us, how did it go?
Thank you, Amadou. As you said, it's a tradition. Before the league starts, we met with stakeholders, which are the clubs, and then to interact with them, and then sell to them our ideas, what we want, how we want the league to run, and if there are any new developments that we can let them know. It was held on Saturday. It was successful. Almost 95 or 98% of the teams, stakeholders attended, and it was very interactive. And then we hope and pray that all the deliberations that were made there understood by the stakeholders, and we're wishing to see a very successful league season this year.
I know right now everyone is excited, including our viewers and of course the football lovers out there, having released the draft fixture for the upcoming season for Male Division 1 and 2. But before we go details into that, take us through the registration process so far. You've indicated registration deadlines and the deadline for sending the master list to the Gambia Football Federation ahead of few weeks to come for the start of the next season.
Yeah, Amadou, registration is the first step of starting the league, of which it is key that every club has to register your players, 30 months list. Initially, the deadline was set for the 25th. After having a discussion, as I said, interactive discussion during the club management meeting, we decided to move it to the 5th of November. Notwithstanding, the league will start on the 10th, as per the already draft fixtures are out. And then we ensure, and we told clubs that they must send in the complete registration of their players by the 5th of November. So that at least all the necessary documentations are in place. And then by the 5th of November, we'll receive all the registration, vet, and then we'll give them start the process of having them registered, and then wait for the 10th to have the first game to kick off.
That brings me to the next question. The league is set to start on the 10th of November, and so far, how cooperative are clubs in terms of registering or meeting the registration deadline?
Yeah, Amadou, clubs are eager to register and then play football, because even during the club management meeting, some clubs were asking if they could submit their list, of which we told them no, you can, have them Monday. You come and start doing our registrations, and clubs are definitely eager to do the registration, and we are foreseeing that by the 5th of November, all clubs will do their registration, and we make one emphasis also that team players that are registered are going to play. Only teams that are registered will play football, will play in the league. So we urging all clubs to do the registration ASAP so that they can give chance to their players to play football.
Match venues, another important crucial point. Before drafting these particular or specific venues, the competitions department had an assessment tour to assess or go around to see the level of preparedness and, of course, the standards of the venues. Take us through the identified specifications and what is expected of those venues.
I'll be happy to say that for this season we have a couple of venues at our disposal compared to last season when we have only 4 or 5, which we managed to squeeze the matches. But this time around we have almost 7 venues readily available for the first round, and then extra 5 that will be added up during the second round. So meaning we have enough, we will have enough ground at our disposal to do the fixtures. As you said, the grounds are Late Usman Saho, Banjul, Soma, Birkama, Serekunda East. These are the grounds that are, and Birkama, these are the ones that are identified as at now for the first round. Then in the second round, Medina will be added, which is in Yundum, and then Nyakoi in URR. Second division, they must let them start to brace up. They may go and play in Nyakoi against Wagadu, because Wagadu is from URR. Then the Independence Stadium also, we are expecting to have it at our disposal by then, and Gunjur. So you see, these are going to be added up extra venues for us to play our leagues. So this time around, definitely.
I know we haven't gotten there yet, because that is why you identified or described them as backup venues. Bringing Nyakoi, I mean, going as far as URR and, telling clubs to brace up. Is that part of your initiatives to, to promote divergence and promote also, the issue of decentralization? Clubs trying to go as far as meeting Wagadu playing at home?
Yeah, Amaru, let me use the phrase of my boss, Ibufai. Having these regional matches played in the region is policy and politics. It's policy and politics. Because we don't want to, it's a national, we said Gambia Football Federation National League. Yeah. So we don't want it to center around Greater Banjul. So the executive, with their foresight, come up with a football ground in Nyakoi, and is to decentralize football more into the regions, and then to give the regional people also the gist of how the league is. So having like a team like Hawks going all the way to play in Nyakoi, people in the regions, used to, maybe they may be hearing Hawks, but they don't even see Hawks.
That's right.
But having Hawks played in Nyakoi will also give them a gist of the league. So it's good to have it in Nyakoi, let the teams brace up. Second round, come on, they will go to Nyakoi.
We're looking forward to that. We can't wait, to see teams also traveling all the way from Kombo to URR to Nyakoi, and it brings that closer. From the people from the regions to also kind of take that ownership of the National League, and see clubs that could be, to them, it could be foreign clubs, because like you said, some of them have never, met persons or personalities from Real de Banjul, for example, from Falcons, from Hawks and other second division teams, the Gunjurs and the likes. But it's also important that they're also able to move from here to URR, and URR coming to Jarasoma, and things goes like that. So talking about goal project. The late Osman Saho football field has been used. I mean, Bakau, Soma, I mean, Banjul, Brikama, leave your goals in Basori, Serekunda East. For now, these are the confirmed grounds that matches will play from the first round, effective on the 10th of November.
Yes, these are the confirmed grounds that we will be playing our matches for the first round, and then come second round, if the other venues are available, we will extend the fixtures to those grounds.
Now, another important thing when you talk about grounds would be the transport support that the GFF transport support that the federation provides to these clubs. It's important, of course, first before you go into the figures, to state why, to state the reason, because an important question like why doesn't teams register could pop up like it did during the meeting.
Yeah, Amadou, again, the federations, the executive sees it that they deem it fit to come up to support the clubs, because we all know football is expensive. And the first thing that they did was to have a registration was waived to both leagues 1 and 2. There's no registration fee. And then they went further to say, okay, let's give them a support, like transport. If you're going to play in these venues, they give you extra money to help yourself, ferry yourself to these various grounds. We know clubs are Gambia struggling financially to run our clubs, but the federation decides that when Kaba-led executive came into office, they decided to be supporting clubs to ferry them to these various grounds. If you go into Soma, there's a specific amount that is $10,000 is given, coming to and from Soma. Teams, this mainly is for only second division and women's football. Division 1, they are exempt because they don't travel to, and they have this Baluo sponsorship. So it's most of the time it's Division 2 that given these things. So if you're traveling to Basori, if you are within the greater
Banjul
area, 3,500. If you're coming from KM, it's 5,000. If you're coming from Banjul, it's 6,000. If you're coming from Nyakwe, or going to Nyakwe, 15,000 will be given to you. So that at least
if you're going to Nyakwe,
or coming from Nyakwe,
to the greater Banjul,
it's 15,000.
Okay, to and fro.
To and fro, you'll be given 15,000 to ferry yourself. And then what also we come to explain to teams is in the event a match is cancelled, it was $3,000 when we raised the amount to 5,000, because we know how tedious it will be or how difficult it will be to prepare yourself for a game only to have it cancelled. So definitely, it's not much, but at least a token is given.
Now, excuse me, a question was asked or popped up during the CMM, and I was very impressed with the clarification and the response from the lead resource person, the second vice president, Mr. Ibufai, going through these figures as transport support. Still, one would say or be discontent to say it's small, or this cannot, actually sponsor our trips to and from matches. And he responded to say it is a support. It's not actually meant to develop the club.
Yeah, Amadou, some clubs do have that misunderstanding. This is support. These clubs are individually owned. If you want to run your club, it must be run by yourself. But the federation says that, okay, now we want to give an extra support to what you're doing. You know, we want to help you,
It's complementary.
It's complementary, it's not conditional. But some will say, you ML, no, yes. The federation can just get one day and say, no, now what we give you, stop it. But this is support. But nonetheless, even if you look at the prices, the fees that were given some 3 years ago is different from what we are given now. Some 3 years ago it was $2,000, $5,000. Now it goes up to $10,000. Because going to Jarasam was $7,000 from 4 years or 3-4 years ago. Now it's $10,000. So you see, the federation also knew the problem of the clubs. So these are just complementary that they're doing. So it's not conditional that, by force you have. Yes, it's a promise, as Mr. Fay said. Even the support that they're going to give, that they will give before the league starts, that $200,000. It's a support.
Yeah.
200,000 cannot run a club, a serious club for a week or 2 weeks, because take into consideration every day you have to give fares, you have to camp your players, you have to transport them, you have to buy jerseys for them, you have to do so many things. $200,000 is a big money, but it's small money. In football, it's next to nothing. So the federation, sees it that they want to give a helping hand. So that's why they are giving all this preparation and then transport support to clubs.
200,000 for support to the first division clubs, and that also includes the 50,000 from Balu.
Yeah.
Take us through that.
Yeah, we have a sponsorship from Balu, which they give $1 million, and then it was shared. The federation again, they took it upon themselves to share the monies within the first division clubs. Each is having 50,000, and they augment the price to $1 million. So this is what the Balu sponsorship does, and we're expecting to have, if we have more Balu, then more money for the clubs. So this is what it is, and then it's just a support that the federation is giving. And again, during the club management meeting, teams are insisting, yes, they owe us. If the lead, Mr. Faisal, yes, we owe them, but we owe you, but it will be paid. It's an area, it will be paid. Let them know that it will be paid.
Okay. Also part of the support is the gate takings, the 30% gate takings, and 5 balls. Your partnership with Tempo, they're still supporting balls to the clubs?
Yeah, let me go straight to Tempo, because the federation has an agreement with Tempo that they will be giving us 1,000 balls per annum.
Okay.
With that 1,000 balls, we shared it among the leagues, Division 1, male and female, all leagues 1 and 2, and then the clubs, each club is given 5 balls. Because if you're playing with a ball like this, you need to get a taste of the ball.
Sure.
So that if you come to the league proper, then it will be easier than you are already au fait with the ball. So we give 5 balls. We will give 5 balls to all the clubs, 1 and 2, male and female, and even the regions are even giving balls. So at least for their 3rd division. Wow. So that at least also if you're from the 3rd division, if you come into the 2nd division, by then you are also au fait with the balls. So the ball is shared across to all our stakeholders, Division 1, male and female, and the regions. And so for them to get the gist of the ball, so that they can enjoy if they come to 1st division or 2nd division.
You reminded that this is the Football House update coming to you live from the Gambia Football Federation headquarters via our Facebook page, and I am your host Amadou Oba. My guest this morning is Mr. Babukar Job, the Director of Competitions, and our subject matter this morning is to give you a detailed discussions on what has been transpiring during the course of the weekend, specifically on Saturday, where the Gambia Football Federation organized the annual CMM, that is the clubs management meeting that comes your way, of course, at the start of every season. A lot of issues were discussed, and at this point, of course, talking about Baluo sponsorship and the agreement that you had with Tempo, it's an opportunity to call on other sponsors to sponsor the league, to sponsor the federation's activities. As far as now, I'm sure that there are lots of other, football competitions that the GFF is coming to stage this season. What would you have to say to philanthropists and donors and other institutions out there watching you now?
Amor, I think for us, since let me say 2 years ago, GFF, we have a product. We have a product, and then I think the companies need to explore that product, which is our national team, and also the national league. Because playing the national league, looking into taking into consideration these past 3 years, the championship is decided at the last game.
Yes. So much competition.
So much competition. At least the companies should come and be part of the federation, because it's a Gambia Football Federation. It's a Gambia. Everybody needs to put you have to be involved. And then we are calling on companies that are, there are companies around who can come up. Even for us, we Origa Hebundara. just come give a look at Balu. Balu is given $1 million, but $1 million is spread to the clubs.
Sure.
And at least that 50,000 given to the club, it can give you one pair of boots.
Absolutely.
If you have more, if you have 5 Balus, at least the league will go somewhere. We are calling all philanthropists and companies to come and be part of the GFF. As you said, we plan to have this year the Federation Cup, which is the FF Cup, and late Omarsi Memorial Tournament. These are tournaments that you can just come and be a sponsor to it, be part of it, and then we promote Gambian football.
So you heard him, the director of competitions, calling on sponsors, philanthropists, and donors to come on board and join partners like Baluo, partners like Tempo, and other institution partners that are partnering with the Gambia Football Federation. Doors are open. Anyone or any institution could reach out to the football headquarters here in Kanifing and talk to our head office guys. So let's take a look at the. Like I said, it's going to be a fast track. The consolation prizes, I'm sure, still remain, especially with the men's first division. Baluo sponsorship, 1 million. That was a wow.
Okay, as I said,
I can't wait to see the women also going to that stage with a sponsorship coming on board for Women League.
Yes, because that's what even during the preseason it was echoed that why not the women's consolation prize also goes to $1 million. But the answer was, let's get a sponsor.
Absolutely.
The moment you get a sponsor, the prize will be augmented. Even second division, even first division, we even want it to go more, to have more on that. But as I said, as you said, they mentioned the consolation prize stays the same as per last year. There's no changes much. But for the FF Cup, we're going to introduce the FF Cup, and then we also have a consolation prize of 200, 500, 300,000 and 200,000 for them. And then the Omar Sy Memorial Tournament also we fix a price on it, of which all these the prizes are apart from the
First Division Balu.
The Balu.
Yeah, it's all GFF.
All the prizes are funded by the GFF. Solely by the GFF. And the burden that we're having. At least somebody somewhere should come and lift part of the burden from us and sponsor the second division or the FF Cup or the Omar Sy Trophy. At least you want to knock it with.
We're looking forward to that because imagine now I'm running all these leagues and making all these consolation prizes, and a national team comes to have an engagement. We're talking about the upcoming Africa Cup of Nations. We're talking about the qualifiers in November. And having to get all that burden on your head, it's a whole tough game.
Amadou, before going to the national team, even just the league.
The league itself.
The league budget for Division 1, male, female, FF Cup and Omar Sy.
It's overwhelming.
It's about roughly 18 to $20 million.
That's overwhelming.
Where is that 20 million coming from? The federation. Not talk less of the national teams that the federation will also contribute. So at least not need
partners. No, they will come. No, partners didn't know. Partners didn't know. Hamna nyoko degandor. You reminded that this is the Football House updates coming to live from the GFF headquarters. And quickly now we'll get straight into, of course, another important thing: the added rules, additional rules and regulations. Because I'm sure the league has its own, Quran and Biblic, notes, and which the clubs have been following, and those found default have been actually punished. But there are some additional rules to it, Director. Yeah,
before I go to the additional rule, let me just go to one key important thing, which is relegation for this season. Second division.
That's important.
4 is going to be relegated.
4 teams.
4 teams. 3 direct relegation. 1 will go for a playoff. So if he doesn't make it, we relegate. So we're going to relegate 4
from second division.
16, 17, 18 will relegate. 15 will go and play playoff with KM, Banjul and West Coast. So 4 teams, 2 slots, and URR, CRR, LRR and NBR, 4 teams, 2 slots. Wow. So that will cover the 4 relegations. So which is key. And then the additional.
Let's talk about the additional rule.
Additional rule, as you said, key among them. I'll just give a summary because we'll send this circular to all the clubs. One is njiri, rituals. Do it at home, not at the football pitch. If you do it at the football pitch, a whooping 10,000 is waiting for you.
$10,000 for Njiri.
For Njiri. Do it at home, come and play. Prayers also teams that, you know, before they give, referee will blow and they run around, start to pray. That's also not allowed. If you do it, there's a fine attached to it. Okay, and then, you know, we saw here during last season, clubs will go jail horums.
Yeah.
Sui. No sui. If you sui, or you sprinkle water, or you know, there's a fine attached to it. Or we saw goalkeepers, you know, taking this khatum, put it there, put it in the post. It's not allowed. All those things are not allowed. If you do it, you'll be punished.
Time wasted?
Team officials also, it is not going to be allowed for team officials and players to run mob the referee or run around crown the referee. If he does, you'll be given a card. And then time wasting, as I said, praying, you know, running around, taking last minute photos, is not allowed. The key to this, that will regulate all this, is we will be sending a countdown.
Exactly.
Every match, a countdown will be sent. And if you violate any spot of that countdown, it comes with a fine. So we're doing this, it's not that because we want to get income, money. No, it's a deterrent. If you go international, you don't pray.
Yeah.
If the referee said pep, you don't pray. So all these are done to it's a deterrent. But we will send the circular to all the clubs detailing these new additional rules.
And finally, on a final note, what do we expect from the upcoming season?
Very competitive season. For me, seeing it to be more competitive than the last season, for the simple reason. Teams that qualify for first division are hungry to make names. If you go to the second division, it's a first division clubs in second division. Gamta, now Serekunda.
Now Serekunda.
Hawks. BK Milan was once there. They tested. GPA, they once tested. So, you know, denominated now.
The coming of Gambian Dutch Lions in the second division? Okay,
there are two new clubs as people will see their names in the fixtures. Which exactly. is Gambian Dutch Lions. It's a former medical. It was sold, and the name is now Gambian Dutch Lions. And also Gamtel was sold. Now the name is Serekunda Football Club. So if it's a little bit confusing if you look at the fixtures. You see Serekunda and the Serekunda United. These are two different clubs. Serekunda is the one that is former Gamtel. Dutch Lions is former medical. And these are clubs that want to make names. So second division didn't make it.
Thank you so much, Director, once again for having you on board.
Thank you, Amadou.
That is the Director of Competitions, Mr. Babakar Job alias Pasule. Of course, on his conclusive remarks, Gambian Dutch Lions, former Medical FC in the second division as well, former Gamtel Serekunda FC, all included in the second division, where 4 teams will be relegated this season with 1 team to play in the playoffs, and 16th, 17th, and 18th position will be directly relegated. That is all we had. But before we go, the draft fixture for both male first and second division is out. But for the first division, first 3 matches, Marimo Pack Food would be the first to be in action against TMT, who are newly promoted side in the first division. They will be playing. Bombarda takes on Falcons, and of course Bombarda takes on Falcons, and Real de Banjul will be hosting Fortunes FC. That is the first 3 fixtures we'll be seeing come in November 10th and 11th. From me, Amadou Oba, special thanks to my technical team and my production team, Mariama Bojang, Omar Toure, and Mariama Koma. Wishing you a happy sport week. Join us on Thursday with Mariama Bojang for more sporting happenings around the Gambia Football Federation. From us, have a blessed day.